Hey, everybody, we're here. We're live.
Yes, we are.
Hopefully, no more mistakes. You hear that, Patrick? No more fucking mistakes.
It's going to happen. Just like I'm looking at the tweet you put out that we're on Twitch. You didn't add the SIP network.
Oh, well, you know.
Fuck those guys. No.
I did tag everything else, god damn it. But we're here. We're live. We're doing the podcast thing once again.
Yep.
And everything is recording as it should.
And no echo.
Yeah, sorry about last time. For some reason, it had both the mic and the mixer, which are the same thing. I don't know why that happened, but every time I log in between multiple Twitter accounts, everything seems to fucking reset. So, but we're here. Hey, we're back. We see you over there, and now, so I'm not staring at the screen entirely the whole time. How have you been, Pat?
Not too bad. Got away for a little bit, which I'm sure we'll get into when we talk about each other. And
that's what we're doing now.
Oh, well.
We also
I'm sharing it on the Facebook page.
We also have to go with it. Today actually Monday was your birthday. Do. Happy past birthday to ya.
Thank you. It's me. It's the big P-A-T. If you don't know what that's from, that's Rob Van Dam.
He said he was the big P-A-T?
No, well, he said, that's the other thing when he came out and they say, Rob Van Dam. Or RVD. So I go P-A-T. I'm a fucking asshole, I know.
Good old Van Dam, huh?
Rob Van Dam, not.
Well, see, I was thinking about Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You don't come out and say, I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. Come on, man. You used to watch old school wrestling?
Like, when is that? What year would you say that is?
Rob Van Dam. He just went to the Hall of Fame, 2019.
Okay.
Or 2020. So,
is that
he still wrestles? I think it was.
Is that 2000s? Is
it
late 90s?
Yeah, because he came from ECW.
Okay, so I stopped watching wrestling in 95, maybe?
Okay, well. You've been over to the house and watched Royal Rumbles and stuff.
I've come and done it, but I'm not like, ooh, wrestling's on. Let's go. I have a choice. I can play video games or I can watch wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
Video games. But, I mean, I know the way that wrestling's gone in the last couple of years, though. Right?
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not what it was. Wish everything was like it used to be.
Well, don't we all? Well,
certain things, but not everything. I wouldn't want to get rid of things like Spotify or podcasts. You know? I have the whole world's fingers or music at my fingertips. I have the whole... I was about to say, I have the whole world's fingers at my music tips.
Just the tip.
But,
okay,
things
I'm
like
ready.
That make me happy that, we're alive in this day and age, that you have, connectivity between everybody. But there are things in the course in the 80s that I liked a little better.
Oh, yeah.
Our cereals are better.
I mean,
cocaine.
The music.
Cocaine.
Now that I'm done. Now that I'm sharing. See, that's why we need the "we will be on soon" part for Twitch, so we can get all the sharing out.
Oh, we did have the we will be on soon. It started that way, and then I started playing the music, and it said starting soon.
Well, I was down here trying to get the shit ready. Oh man,
that's right.
But no, it's been cool. I just went on a little hiatus vacation thing over the weekend. And it wasn't for my birthday. Before everybody, you went out for your birthday? No, I don't. No,
it was for cocaine.
It was for cocaine. Basically, which you've guys been watching it, our 1.5 listeners. There's one guy that kind of dips his toe in, but
Ben,
Ben and maybe one other guy, Andrew too.
Well, Andrew and Randy. I know Randy sometimes here on Mars.
Randy,
he'll come in.
Yeah. But
Randy.
but no, I've been stressing out between drama at work, inventory stuff at work, some family things going on. As you know, I talked about my uncle having a heart attack.
Yep.
My dad got hit in the car.
Yep. Jesus Christ.
I had a cousin out in Rito, out in Kansas, also have a heart attack.
Yeah, I saw that when you were like, "Hey, what's up, cuz?" And he's like, "Oh, I had a heart attack." I'm like, "Jesus fucking Christ!"
I know.
Like, you better put yourself on a goddamn bubble.
I know.
Like you and
real.
Joey.
Yeah, for real. But so it was just one thing after another, and as long as I put it in 2 weeks ahead of time, I'm pretty good at getting my time off. But Crystal had a certain time she could get off, so which was last weekend. So we left. I took Friday off. We drove down to Reno, and we went and we had dinner with Angela and her fiance Dave. Got to meet their son Ethan, and that was really good. I really miss Angela. We haven't. We still talk, but I haven't seen her in over a year. But
it's not like what it was.
Yeah,
right?
well, it's just you understand. You get with someone, and but
you get with someone, move to Tracy, and then from moving to Tracy, you move to Nevada.
Yeah, and then you move in with the guy, and then you don't talk to people as much. But it's cool.
But it's cool. Yeah, we all know.
We've all been there, I guess. But but yeah, so that was really good seeing her.
Then you have the dream of cocaine.
But
I don't know why Layla comes into mind. Layla, do.
But yeah, so then Saturday we went to Virginia City and walked around for a little bit, and
for a second there I thought I was just gonna stop with Virginia. Like you flew all the way across
to Virginia, fuck it.
Just for the hell of it. You're just like, fuck it, I've never been to Virginia.
Let's go.
I always wanted to see the Appalachian Mountains.
So I want to see all the races. I mean, the mountains.
Want to get shot at in a movie theater.
Hey,
oh, wait.
What you doing with that wild woman? She's Mexican and Hispanic. Even worse.
You best get on now out here, you hear.
But yeah, so we got that
stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
They're there for a reason.
But yeah, so we went to Virginia City. That's where I got you that scroll.
Yes, which I'm still trying to find a place for around here somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it might end up being right behind you there.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about that. All these things.
It's a creature of the creature of the Black Lagoon.
Just like over here with my shirt today.
Yeah.
Creature shirt.
And I saw that and I was like, man, you hardly ever see creature stuff.
Oh, so. I know. That's why I was happy when I went in that place in Vegas and there was so much. I saw something creature related in Target.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was a little figure. And I was like, man, okay.
I think I saw that.
And it was from Revenge of the Creature. And it looks exactly like the black one that I got downstairs. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, it's like $10. Maybe I'll just pick it up. It's like $25 for this thing that's like that big. And I was like, I'd love you, man, but not here at Target. Considering the thing... The one I bought that's downstairs, that was $15 from those guys. I'm like, $15, and it looks nicer, and I like the black and white, and I can't talk today for some reason.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Over there. All right, Freddie.
But yeah, so Saturday went to Virginia City, got that thing for you. We went to the Atlantis for the buffet.
The buffet. You went and did the buffet.
Yeah, it sucks because they have to serve you. Stupid.
Oh, so that's how they're doing it over there?
Yes, which is dumb because once you get a clean plate from someone, right? To go to the next spot, you have to hand them the plate. So yeah, they're wearing gloves, but if this is what you're worried about, surface touching, right?
Yeah. They're
not changing their gloves every time they help someone new. So if you hand someone their plate, they hand it back to you, then I hand them my plate, you're still transferring stuff, technically.
It's
just let me grab my own fucking food.
And that's the thing, is that it's basically been proven that, not to get all into this shit, but that touching things really does not transmit shit.
Yeah.
It's the lowest percentage. Like, you don't have to worry about it. So, like, things like gloves, keep, like, sanitizer on you, right?
Yeah.
I always have some in the car. But while I'm at Safeway, in the beginning, I had, like, gloves and shit because people are freaking out. I'm like, I'm just going to do it. What the hell? And then, all of a sudden, you start hearing more and more, and then I'm like, okay, well, okay, mask, shown to work, gloves, doesn't really matter. Let's just go in there. And then if I finish, okay, maybe I get a squirt of, well, not right now because I've managed to somehow get like 7 fucking cuts all over my hands from I was opening a can making the enchiladas and accidentally rubbed against the side of the can in like 3 different spots.
Wow.
Cut myself.
Yeah,
so nothing like getting hand sanitizer, not really realizing that you have cuts.
Macaulay Culkin it.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, so but besides that, it was hella good. I didn't eat as much as I normally do because I've been cutting back so much. My stomach's smaller.
Good.
Which is good, but then again, it's it's fucking buffet, bro.
Do you even buffet, bro?
Do you buffet? I don't know what the buffofo.
Buffofo.
This is the It Be Like That Because I Can't Talk for Shit podcast.
Hey, that's what it should have been made. No more mistakes. It's all fucking mouth mistakes.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, anyways, then gambled a little bit. Between Crystal and I, we lost like $155. But it's all money I set aside for gambling. Well, so whatever. I mean, not whatever. It's money's money, but it's not.
Were you slotting or were you carding?
Pretty much only. Yeah, I wanted to play blackjack, but every table I went to was just like, really? It's like packed.
Really?
And they actually have tables back at Circus.
Yeah, when we were in Vegas, there were tables like everywhere.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm assuming they would do that for sure in Vegas, but for some reason in Reno, they had taken all the tables out.
That's weird.
Yeah, the last time we were there was May of 2019. Yeah, we went to, that's where we stayed, Circus. I went down like, yeah, I always do pretty good at these tables. Get down there, tables?
Table?
They're like, oh yeah, we removed all the tables out of here. It's only slots.
Blackjack?
Yeah.
Blackjack?
So I ended up playing blackjack at El Dorado, but didn't do that great there.
El Dorado.
But this time we didn't even go down to the casinos over in Silver Legacy or El Dorado. We just kind of walked around, but we went to Circus because we took the kids there, and Crystal and I was like, "Well, while you guys are up here, we're gonna go gamble." And I was like, "Oh shit, they got tables," but everything it was like minimal tables. There was basically one blackjack, one roulette, one craps, and 2 for poker because they had like I think Texas and some dragon something, whatever the hell that is.
Reno is so weird, just in general.
Yeah,
like it's not bad, but it's like it feels like it's like old Vegas, like all the time. Definitely.
It's just like we stayed at the Nugget and. Same thing. Yeah, dude. It was like, staying at Circus and all those others, you can tell they've updated. Some things look old, but the rooms they've updated at least.
Yeah, so
Nugget
at least they got like stuff there.
Old school Reno. Like, I remember when I was a kid.
You're expecting Frank Sinatra to walk down to the, hey.
Old Blue Eyes himself just coming through the lobby.
It's a fucking ghost. The Nugget's fucking haunted.
He's like, I haunt my way.
Why aren't you haunting Vegas? It's too new for me. This is perfect.
Like, oh, want to be on my podcast?
Why, yes. Here he is.
Old Blue Eyes. But, no, it was fun.
We're getting our first caller. Hey, caller.
So start singing. But yeah, so I say a lot, and I hate that. But yes. So Sunday we came home, and my sister had her baby, her second kid.
Yeah.
But that's not why we came home. We already planned on coming home on Sunday. She had it like at 6:11 in the morning or something like that. It's funny to me because she was like, "You're gonna leave the weekend. I'm supposed to give birth. I'm supposed to give birth on Sunday." And I'm like, "Cool. We can't go into the hospital anyways. What's the difference? Am I supposed to stand outside with a sign or something?"
No, you're supposed to John Cusack that shit
with the radio.
You get a boombox over your head. In your eyes.
Oh man! But so they got home Monday. You know, I had Monday off. I was pretty much playing video games all day. It was nice.
Yeah.
It's just nice. Just chilling.
Every now and then, it's good to do that.
Yep. And so
The
we
sounds
went over there.
of trucks passing by.
Fire trucks.
Ooh.
And so we were over there for probably, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes or so. We didn't, you know, I know my sister's tired and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because my other niece, Harper, she was just like overwhelmed. Like everybody being, she's not used to people being at her house,
Mm-hmm.
and all these people are here. And then she was just like, I guess she doesn't really like anybody holding the baby but my sister. But she gets like that.
Really?
She gets that with the dog, Rory.
Oh, it's the
She
same
gets like
thing?
that too. She's like, if one of us picks up the dog or something, she's just like, she gets like all, like she doesn't want no one to hold the dog but either her or my sister.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, other than that,
Well,
yeah, Monday was my birthday. We had done something prior though, the Friday before, not last Friday, but the Friday before my family came over. We had
Right.
some enchiladas and stuff.
That
My Crystal makes enchiladas.
was that Mortal Kombat Friday, or was that...
Yes, it was.
Okay. That's right, because we went and saw it at like 10 at night or some shit like that.
Yeah. But, yeah, so fucking... I also went to lunch at La Piñata, which was very nice.
La Piñata. Have you ever been to this place? I've got these over there.
I got some of those too!
Because they sell them at Costco. And like a year or two
They're in
ago...
Fremont.
I think, yeah. Actually, 2000... I think it was 2019, right before 2020. For Christmas, my parents gave us these. And, like, I haven't used them, but I don't know what this place is. And for those who are looking, it's El Patillo.
My cousin gave us some of those. I got two of those too.
So I've got, I think
fuck
each of those are like $15 or something like that. There's
You know
four
what?
of them.
Let's,
so, I just need to go at one point.
We have a comment.
Oh, look at that. Yeah,
Oh,
Harper
Crystal.
steals Rory from me. Oh, well, you know.
Maybe
you
Rory
deserve
is
it.
the dog. Yeah. Bitch. Oh.
Welcome to prime time.
But yeah, yeah, we have some of those too. My cousin Ernie swears by this place. This
Really?
place is so good, so good, so good. But I've never been there. But I know
Neither
they're
have
in
I.
Fremont. I think they're off of Thornton. Like if you get off Thornton and make a right on Fremont Boulevard, I think they're in somewhere in that area right there.
Really? I think when I looked at it, they
I
were
could be
more
wrong.
like, what's that street in between Stevenson and Maori?
Stevenson and Maori?
Where
There
the
is no
bar-
street in between.
Yeah.
Oh,
As you're
Walnut?
further up, that's
Walnut?
Walnut? Like somewhere around there in that area. I don't know. Like I keep seeing this place, and I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, I gotta use these. I know these things don't expire because it's California. One of the good things about California, gift cards never expire.
What is it again?
El Patillo or El Patio. If you want to say it in the widest way possible.
El Patillo.
Hey, let's go to that place, El Patio.
Let's see here. It's
But
on Fremont Boulevard.
I saw that like some of the food looks pretty good, like from what I saw in the things. But I just am never out in that area, so I'm like, okay.
Thornton, Fremont Boulevard. Booyah, bitch.
Oh, well, so it's on Fremont Boulevard.
Yeah.
Between Thornton and what?
Like in Mallory.
Okay, so somewhere in there. Jesus Christ.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't, because it didn't get picked up on the mics. Next time you pop a hip,
Oh,
make sure you do it on mic.
Jesus. Like, it hurts. It feels good at the same time. Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, good thing that this logo down there is covering my white-ass legs.
Speaking of logos, I was talking to Josh. He's going to be started on making us a logo soon.
Ooh, nice.
So
Very nice.
we're looking
I always
for that.
wonder
Mr. L on Twitch. Go check him out. And if you need some graphic design stuff done, check him out. Mr. L on Twitter.
So that way he gets some more work. And
Yeah.
So is he just a like a streamer? Is that like his?
No,
what does he do normally?
He's a graphic designer.
Okay,
but he just recently, about I think February or March, no, January or February, he was let go from his job.
Oh, okay.
And from I can think the company just did cuts. They cut his department or whatever. So he's looking for something new right now. But until then, that's why I'm just whatever we can throw towards him.
Yeah, no,
definitely.
I get it.
Definitely help him out.
I get it. You got to hustle, right, until you get something there.
Yep. So I'm trying to get him to send me his portfolio because I even hit up Neil. I hit up Neil and said, I know you're across the pond there, as they say, but maybe something or some side work or something. And he said, yeah, tell him to send me his profile or portfolio. Thank you. And I got to remind Josh about that.
But even I am having my tongue does just not want to work today. Like I've been talking fine all day, and the moment that I get on fucking mic, it's all. What
was it that they're supposed to say? The tip of the tongue. The tip.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore.
That almost sounds like the most racist thing ever.
She sells seashells
by the seashore.
Shore. How much wood would you woodchuck? I can't even say that. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood? Fuck, chuck the wood, bitch.
Welcome to woodchucking, bitch.
God, we cannot talk for shit. I'm glad this isn't like a dedication podcast or something.
Man,
we'd be fucking that
up. What, we
doing
like a Casey Kasem? This podcast is dedicated to those out there that are lovers, but also those that can't talk. Now, here's Smash Mouth with All Star. Some blah, 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 blah.
We'll be like the ladies' man, in his radio show. I'm the ladies' man. It's a fish sandwich.
Oh, hey, you want some garbage socks?
Garbage socks?
Okay, so I got another one of those like sci-fi horror bags. I'm gonna release a video this weekend, and so some
they're
of the stuff
literally in the garbage.
They're already in the garbage, but this is all paper. Like we got more of these socks.
That's supposed to be Loki?
No, this is for Crystal. This is the Lord of the Rings socks. So we got those. Got some Aragon, Boromir, I think, and then two hobbits that I have no idea which ones they are.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty good too. That's what they
send them to Jim Donovan.
Yes, and of course, Liz Crystal wants them.
No, she doesn't need them. I don't want to see that shit.
Well, they're not Legolas, so she wouldn't want them.
Sell them on Let It Go or something.
Let it go. She said yes. Look at that. No, it's not Legolas. I told
Legolas.
You. Legolas, Legoland.
Legoland.
Not going to work right here anymore.
Wow. So, on Twitch, are those things coming over my face?
Yes, they are covering your face. Do you need me to move the things down? I could always go.
I just get closer to you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Social distancing. Social distancing.
Almost knocked your shelf off.
Chat box. Why don't we move? We'll move the chat box right there.
Yeah, put it over my fat so everybody can see my titty.
Put over your fat tit. There you go. Got crystals on top of your tit.
Not the first time.
Anyway, so
and we move on.
I could always move this in other spots too, like we could put it over here or up here, or I guess over your face. But it's good to have the people.
You use the box to cover your white ass legs. You can't use it to cover my fat ass.
Well, I don't have a box. I mean, I have the logo. You get another logo, I can move it over there.
I'm just fucking with you.
Anyway, so. Is that everything?
Oh, yeah. What's up with you?
Not a whole lot. Honestly, it's just been like a lot of work, and this week it's been rough. but hopefully next week. Next week is going to be weird because I'm basically going to be here by myself all week. Because Monday, Kat's dad, he's going to Davis for some like medical trials that he's got to do. Long story short, he's going to need a new kidney.
Oh, wow.
So he has to go and basically see if he's donor worthy. So he's going to go through all these things to make sure that he's in shape enough that he has the surgery, that he's going to survive the surgery.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing. So she goes up with him and her sister because I think it starts at like 10 a.m. or something like that in Davis. And then they're not going to be home that night. She's going to go and spend it with her sister because on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they're going to Disney. So they're going to be in L.A. So that means that once I get home on Monday, there's nobody here for 4 days. So I get to hang out. So no problem in joining streams on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just going to be like that. And then tonight we're taking my mom for Mother's Day. Gonna go to Goji Time over in Oakland. There's a Korean barbecue place that's really good. Like they literally slice everything fresh in the back. It's great. Unlike most Korean barbecue places, there's a couple people that do it kind of fresh, but they literally get whatever they have that day is what they have that day, basically. But most places, they do it frozen and you just cook it but it's still good. Like, Korean barbecue is still really good. Get a nice brisket. Oh, so good. Fry it yourself. But the big thing that happened last week was I was going to tell you happened to my cat. The worst cat out of the whole house, too. Right? So, was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. Because it was the day... it was Monday. Monday it happened. Because Wednesday I was watching that Vincent Price movie, Last Man on Earth. So Monday, basically, we're sitting around. I'm watching my normal things. I watch like a video game news show every Monday. These guys doing YouTube, and so I'm watching it. I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden I look over, and there's Raina there, and she's trying to poop on the floor. And so I get my ass up. I yeet her across the room. And stop her, basically get her into the bathroom. And then, she comes back out and everything looks fine. And then I said, Kat, I'm like, that's weird. You should watch her. So Kat goes into the kitchen real fast because she's, we're just finishing eating dinner and she's putting some stuff away. And then she gets up on the couch. Raina does, not Kat. And Raina decides, she gets in her spot. And then
just a reminder that his wife's name is also Kat.
Yes, so she goes by Kat. It's Carolina, but she goes by Kat. But so she goes to the edge of the couch, the cat, not my wife, and bends at the edge of the couch and tries to poop off the couch. And so I yell at Kat, I'm like, come get your cat. And she takes her over into the bathroom, and then notices that her butt has gotten big, like her butthole has gotten big, and she has something that's stuck in there. And basically what we found out, she had like a giant hairball in her ass, and it was hard and it couldn't pass.
Oh, wow.
And so it was already 7-something at night. There were no vets that we could go to. We were going to go to the Sage, but when we called Sage, the emergency vet, they said, oh, well, it's about a 5-hour wait before we can see you. And we're like, that's no good because we have no idea what's going on. And then when she tried to talk, she's like, well, is there a nurse or something I can talk to like see what maybe we can do and then decide if we want to go out there? Because if we go out there, we have to wait there till they can see us. And so she's like, well, we'll see. And then 30 minutes go by and the nurse, they're like, well, there's nobody here available to talk to you, so you can just come on by and just wait, and that's it. And we're like, okay, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So we looked up a bunch of things, and then I came up with the idea. I'm like, well, if it's hard, maybe it just needs to be softened, and we have these like needles that we keep for the pets so that they don't have any tops on them. They're just basically the shaft that we can, if they need medicine, we can put it in that, open their mouths and squeeze it and shoot it down their throat. So I'm like, what if you took one of those and gave her a cat enema?
Yeah.
And turns out that's what kind of worked. Like, it loosened it up and made it soft enough so that she could start actually passing the hairballs. But we had to basically let her kind of walk around and just kind of poop where she needed to poop. So until like about 10:30 at night, when she finally passed everything. But she was literally passing things that were like, about that big.
Wow.
And they were just like rock hard. She was just super constipated from the hair that she's getting when she's cleaning herself. Because all cats inherently have hair in their poop, right? Because they lick themselves and they do it. But this just got compacted. I know this is a disgusting story, but
whatever.
Well, for the other people that might be
listening out there, you should have got some needle-nose pliers and started pulling them out.
That's what Kat did too. She put gloves on. She expressed her anal glands. At one point, we had her in the bathtub up here, and she was basically trying to do the stuff, get the water, get her, so that way she wouldn't run around, and we could get her.
How was she responding to all this?
She was not very happy to any of it. But when she finally passed everything, she was pushing so hard that she was making herself vomit. Like you would see her push, and then all of a sudden she's gonna go, and then it would just project it was just bile but it was going across the room.
Yeah.
And so then I spent time cleaning up everything after she was done.
Jeez.
But she was like, it was like the Little Johnson from the window to the wall.
Bile. Puke, 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 puke.
To the poop come out my balls. What? Ooh. But yeah, it's that was the fun for this week. Everything else has been like entertaining. We had a good night last night too at Hannah, Japan. That was fun.
Did. That was fun. Hadn't been there in a minute, and it was delicious. And I should have got the ribeye.
The ribeye was good. I was very surprised. That's what I was wondering, because I was like, it's $3 more.
The thing was, and then I thought about it afterwards. I was like, well, the birthday meal is supposed to be.
It's free, but it's probably the cheapest of the meal.
And then I thought about that after I ordered. Like, whatever the cheapest meal is, that's the one they're going to fucking put for free. Right. So, yeah, I should have done that. So, next time I go, I'll just get the fucking ribeye. But,
yeah. It felt like it was a little bit more than what you get from the New York steak. I mean, everything was fine. But the thing was that I liked about it, that I noticed with your guys, is that the fat was on it.
I was just going to say that. I was like, he left the fat. I hate when we could throw that away. Bitch!
No, he left the fat. I was so excited. And it was cooked. The one thing I would say that the guy did, and with ribeye, I bet a little more than the steak, that maybe it needs a little bit extra cooking. I don't fucking know when it comes to hibachi. But I think he left it on there just for a little bit too long. Like, it was a little too seared on both sides. Or one side.
And that's the same thing with me. I said medium rare, and he cooked mine medium.
Yeah. Well, that's Mary's fault.
Yeah, it is Mary's fault.
Who wants their steak well done?
Well done.
Only person that didn't look at her was Crystal, but Angelo, you and I all turned at the same time to look over. And what was that bitch across the room? The next thing?
God.
Where she was drunk as fuck, to the point that I looked over and her teenage son was like, you just need to just shut up.
Yeah.
And then he looked and he pointed at the wine and he moved the wine away from her.
I didn't see that, but
I was like, oh, okay. You go out to your dad's birthday, dinner, or you're taking grandpa and grandma to dinner, and then you're going to drink a ton of wine and get fucking wasted?
Yeah.
Like, come on. And then she's, flirting with the chef in front of her husband to the point that he says that sometimes he just doesn't think that she's married. The way that he said it, and I know I, slurred the shit out of that, but the way that he said it was that obviously he knows something that she doesn't. You know? Okay, you guys are together just for the kids. It's fucking terrible. But, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Besides that, it was interesting. It's nice now to be able to go and be in a restaurant. Actually be inside, actually get everything done, nice and eat. Everything's, feels better than it did like a year ago.
Yeah, definitely. But in some of the things that cracked me up with those walls, they put little, like, all it was just in the way.
Yeah.
Get those fucking things out of the way. They were just in the way.
If they're putting them up to, like, the ceiling or whatever and making true block, but it's like, no, if I stand up and I can see over the wall, like, is that really going to do anything?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, like I said earlier with the buffet stuff, I hand you my plate, you hand it back, and then you grab the next person's plate, and you don't change your gloves. It's no fucking different. But...
Well, I know that the way that some places are doing it, where you can go up there, but to get the stuff... Oh, Mr. L is now
Mr. L! We were just talking about you, brother.
I'll have to move that, too, because that pops in front of the chat. Put
the chat right in the middle.
I could move things around, but what I was trying to say in that some of the buffets, they're doing it so that you have to wear your mask to go up and get stuff, but for you to get it, they have gloves, and you put gloves on, and then you scoop all your own food. And I would deal with that over that somebody serving.
That's a hassle, but I would do it if I could serve myself. The problem with that, though, is then they're spending more money on gloves.
Yes.
Maybe you have to put like a background on.
Yeah, I'll have to I'll put it right there. Look against your chest, perfectly on your titty. But yeah.
But like I said, but once again, it's some of the. I'm not blaming the workers, because at the end of the day, what it is the places are just trying to be in coordinates to whatever the state says, whatever state it is, just to be able to be open and fucking make money, basically. Yes, at the end of the day,
we definitely need a designer. Looks like you need a designer.
Yeah, we do. Are you free?
Are you available?
We were plugging you earlier, brother.
Yeah,
you need to throw your info in the chat for sure.
Yeah, that's right. And also make sure that you get your portfolio over to Patrick.
Yes.
So that way he can give it to our buddy Neil.
Yes, sir.
So they can help you.
I'm trying to help you out.
But yeah, it's crazy too, because when we went to the ice creamery last night, and were you expecting what happened to you on the way back?
No. So this is great. So when I pass you guys, right, and I flip you off,
yeah,
and then when you guys were gonna pass me again, you saw me, I went like this, and I looked over, and all I saw was this hairy ass hanging out the window, and you guys kept going. I had tears. I was laughing so hard because I was like, I'm the one that always moons everybody, and now I finally got mooned back. So I respect it. It was hilarious
because we were driving. We were driving back, right, and then Crystal's like, "Oh, I think that's Patrick over there," and then she's like, "Oh, I should just flip him off and whatever." I'm like, "Why don't you fucking moon him?" And then all of a sudden I see Angelo says, "There's no cops, right?"
See the difference between Angelo's brain and my brain? I don't think is there a cop. I just think, fuck, hold on, let me get my pants ready so I can.
I was just like, nope, and I hit the button to put his window down.
See, that's what cracked me up though. That's what cracked me up though about like when we were talking the other day about I think I was talking with Josh when we were streaming, and I think if I remember right, Josh said something along the lines of, "Do you remember back in the day when you used to moon when you were younger or something like that?" And I said, "Shit, I still do that."
Yeah, I think that was when we were playing Sea of Thieves.
Was it?
Yeah, because I mentioned the full moon that was in the sky, and then he said that. And I was like,
shit! I thought that was like a week ago.
No, Jesus. And I was like, "Yeah, he's mooned my aunt and uncle before," and you were like, "Yep."
Yeah. That was the greatest. I'll set that one up. So the truck I used to have a window open right in the center, and I don't know why. I think I was already setting this up before we left, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna moon your parents because they're always behind us when we're leaving. So I think I had Angelo driving, and we stopped at the light, and I said, "Are you ready?" We had the window already open, just plugged my ass right out the window. Oh Jesus! And I could already see it. I could already see it. Fucking my father-in-law just sitting there going, laughing his ass off, and my mother-in-law going,
"Yeah, my aunt."
God damn, Patrick!
Fucking Patrick.
Oh shit.
Well, so beyond that, the last thing I was going to say was that a lot of the restaurants now, like at Castro Valley and everything like that, like everybody needs like workers like crazy, because we're finding out that the restaurant industry, I've never mooned anyone. No one needs to see that. Well,
hey, Josh, you want to know honestly? When Crystal picked me up from the airport, she said, Did you moon them while you were out there?" I said, "No, I don't know if they're ready for that."
I don't think nobody has time for that. I swear to God. So, so there's, in the industry in general, like, because last year was such the year was with, restaurants and everything, that a lot of the people got laid off, and these industry workers, instead of like, well, I'm going to wait till my job comes back, they went and did something else. There's a lot more real estate agents that are available. There's they went to other industries, and now they're not coming back, and all of a sudden, here the restaurants are back, but nobody can support the amount of people to be open. And of course, here in California, we're not 100% yet, but supposedly in June, we're supposed to be.
Well, that's like when I was out in Reno, there was so many now hiring signs at all the different food places. Is what he say?
Crystal said the list of people of who hasn't seen Patrick's ass is smaller than those who hasn't. Haba. I don't know what haba is, though. I know it's supposed to be ha ha ha. I'm still on that list, Crystal.
I never moved you?
No, and I don't plan to be in a situation where it's going to happen. Though I've also heard of the other things that you've done to people's doors and phones and pencils and everything else.
Yeah, I put my sister's phone in my butt crack one time because she became such a germaphobe. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, Crystal told that story last night too. Uh-oh. But yeah, so why don't we get into this week's stuff? So we've been actually chatting for quite a while just on random bullshit. So we've got a lot of things to go here for this week. So we've got some regular news that we're going to do, and then we're going to do some gaming news, and then Patrick's got something for us today to test out. And so, and you should have been shared on the document already.
I was, but you'll have it up. So.
Yeah, I'll have it up over here. So the first thing that happened this morning, breaking news. Do I have breaking news like music over here? I just have loud shit. Next time, turn that shit down.
We are so prepared on it.
We are unbelievably prepared. I don't know why. That's normally not that loud. Let's try it again. That's better. So those that don't know, hopefully you do, Tawny Kitaen has died. The 15-year-old actress and video star died today at 59, and nobody knows just yet. It just kind of came out early this morning at about 7 o'clock Pacific time, and it's just kind of sad. I remember from the movie Witchblade? Not Witchblade. Witchboard.
Witchboard?
Yeah, that's the movie where there's like the game that they're playing and it comes to life, and it's kind of like a Ouija type thing. It's actually filmed in Fairfield, California.
Oh, hey, I've been there.
So yeah, she
That's
passed
where the
away
angry
today.
dad resigns.
Most people don't know, or would recognize her from Whitesnake, the video "Here I Go Again," where she's dancing on the car. So I just wanted to mention that real fast because she's been around for quite some time, and it's quite amazing.
You saying that, all it makes me think of is Bowling for Soup.
Oh, jeez.
I want to shake my ass on Whitesnake's car.
Everything to you is goddamn Bowling for Soup.
I love that band, bro.
Bowling for Soup.
Speaking of that,
we were talking the other day. Bowling for Soup.
Yeah.
You guys see the new Sonic movie? Oh, Bowling for Soup has this great Sonic-inspired song.
They did one for Alexis Bliss too. No, Josh the other day started singing the lyric, and he just wanted to do one part of the song when we were streaming. I just started singing the whole freaking song.
Was it the girl that the bad guys want?
No, it was 1985.
Oh. Oh, I think I was around there for that time because I was on your stream when you did it,
And
that's
he yelled
where it's
at me and said, "We don't need the whole song."
yeah, you do, but it's originally an SR-71 song.
Yeah, you said that in the chat, and I said, "Didn't know
which
that."
is crazy. All right, so let's get into the news. So this is the big story from Patrick this week, where it's mom shamed for letting kids swim in pool that neighbor's child drowned in.
Yeah, me too.
So
yeah, this is I came across this, and I was
me too on the
chat.
You're gonna shame people? No,
I usually do songs like that.
Well, I didn't have the chat up because I'm reading the story, and you just went, "Me too." What does that mean? Especially when I'm talking about shaming somebody for letting kids swim in a pool where a kid drowned. Me too.
No, well, I wouldn't shame for that.
So basically, what happened here in the gist of the article is that these people, there was a house that was on this block, and this kid got into the pool, he drowned in the pool.
Yeah, neighbor kid.
They just couldn't deal with it anymore, the fact that the neighbor kid, so they moved. So then new family moves into this house, and this is actually probably a pretty good topic for maybe people who are listening. Is that, the neighbors started getting mad at them when they went and they opened the pool to let their kids use because it started getting warm, and they were like, that's a disgrace to the family and to the kid that died there, and it really shouldn't be.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. And I could understand maybe the neighbor hearing a kid laughter or something like that, but like, might have remind you of that day for a second. But you know what? Get the hell over it. Oh, well, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Like, a new family lives there. What are they supposed to condemn the whole house, the pool, and everything because something bad happened there?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And if I pay, and the best part is, if I moved into that fucking house and I paid the money that I paid for that house, and you're going to tell me I can't use my own fucking pool because some kid randomly died from down the street? Shit.
Yeah, the new homeowner writes on Reddit, it said, when we moved into the pool, it was empty and we didn't see a point in filling it since at the time it was too cold to go swimming anyway. Since it's getting hot out here, we decided to finally wait till last week to fill it. Our kids had a great time swimming, we were having fun and laughing and playing games. Later, though, my husband was confronted by our neighbor, those kids who died, saying that the sounds of kids playing in the pool was traumatizing to his family and that we were horrible for letting our kids play in that pool after what happened. That's not their fault. Like, they have kids. They bought the house specifically for the pool. Like, they're going to use it. It sucks. I get it. If I was the owners of the house, and this is where I think you and I kind of disagreed a little bit, I probably couldn't live in the house if I knew that somebody's kid, I would feel to my negligence, like died in that pool. I would have left. I would have done what the family did before. But if I'm moving into this house, that's when I say to this person, look, I'm sorry that it happened to this kid. I'm sorry that it went on, but we're going to use the pool.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing.
We'll make sure that this doesn't happen again, but,
Josh makes a good point. Like you say, if a neighbor has a problem, then he needs to leave.
Right.
But like at the end of the day, we were talking about this at the dinner last night, and I was like, look, I probably wouldn't have left. Yeah, it's something tragic, but I mean, I'm not going to go and uproot my whole family just because something happened like that. I mean, it's I don't know.
It's sad.
It's sad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they got to disclose these things. So, did the people not even know that this happened with a kid in there?
Well, I think they do have to disclose it.
Well, it depends on the state. Some states
true.
Don't have to.
But even if they didn't, like, you're right. Some kid died here. I'm gonna move and just not use the pool.
Yeah.
No.
There are some people that will do that, not because of what the neighbors say, but because they just don't want to be in a place where somebody died. Like had a tragic death. But I can understand that too.
That had nothing to do with me and my family. We live here. This is our pool now. They're like, you want to? Okay, cool. You don't want no one to use this pool? Are you going to pay to fill it and turn it into something else? No? Okay, well then kiss my ass and don't worry about it. Don't look over my fence. I don't need to know you anyways. Don't come over if I have a barbecue. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they even said because I guess this all came from Reddit. And somebody had said that you can't change what happened before you moved in. The neighbors have the right to move. I'd, in fact, encourage it for their own mental health. Having that reminder next door would be terrible. And I agree with that. But they have the right to move. If they choose not to move, then they've got to talk to a therapist or something to get over that. Well, not get over it, but learn to deal with that fact.
Yeah. Well, you know how I am.
Yeah,
talking
I know.
about
Every week, hey, you guys want to come over?
Traumatizing me. You're traumatizing me by having your kids playing in there. Next time I tell my kids, hey, kids, yell, I'm drowning.
Yeah. See, that's where we're saying that's fucked up.
That's where we're different. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's where we're different. So this, I found an article. I'm not sure when this happened, but this is all also taken from Reddit stuff. So this could have been everywhere. But 12 neighbor stories, 12 people's stories about their dumb neighbors. I thought it would be fun to like look at these little things and go through these. So the first one is annoying electrical issue. It says, my dad had a neighbor when I was young that played his radio loudly all day. Even when he wasn't home or was gone on vacation, every time he left the house and his radio was still on, my dad would go and trip the circuit breaker to his condo. One day he sees my dad, who's an electrical engineer, asked him why his breaker kept tripping. Was it faulty wiring? No, my dad explained. The loud radio was probably just putting too much strain on the circuit when he left it on all the time. My dad suggested he should try turning it down or off when he wasn't home and see if that fixed it. So the man tried it, and surprise, surprise, circuit breaker stopped tripping.
So he would leave it music blasting when he wasn't home?
Yeah, and then his dad, who was an EE, went in and tripped the circuit breaker so that it would turn off.
Fucking ass.
So he's a fucking dick, and he's just like, oh, I turned it off and everything was fine? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, works okay, yeah.
Oh, you mean I don't have to be a dick?
You helped me out. Oh, thank you. Oh, here's some money.
So I'm not going to go through all of these, but we'll put these, they'll be in the podcast notes. So if you guys go over the podcast later on, you've missed a part and you want to, we'll have the link to all of these. So this one's smart except not. It says, when I was a kid living with the guy next door, seemed like a pretty nice guy. This is in the mid-90s. He had a neon business, so he was doing pretty well for himself. Then he got together with a crackhead, and his house slowly started going to shit, literally. At one point, his septic system went up, and since they were smoking every dime he made, he decided that he was just going to make it a cesspit. We lived in the East Coast in the Mid-Atlantic. It gets humid and hot in July, and thanks to this guy, our entire neighborhood smelled like a spot at Midsummer Festival for about 3 months. Like, I just can't imagine that. Like,
that's when there was an accidental fire.
That's right, to the Porta John, that's there. So fast forward January, and it's nice and snowy, and we come home to our house being broken into. Computer's gone, TV's gone, bunch of movies and meds are gone. Cops show up, they start dusting and looking around, they go outside, and lo and behold, there are tracks going from the side door back to the neighbor's house. Of course, they deny everything, at least smart enough not to keep the stuff around when they got home. They were not smart enough, though, to use different names. They pawned everything, though. Needless to say, we had new neighbors within a few months of this incident. Here's a short one. It's not enough to go around. Neighbor dug a hole in our side yard because she needed dirt. Both of us live on an acre of land. Like, it's the fucking dumb.
This boggles my mind how people, what they think. Like, you know what? I need dirt. I have an acre of land. Fuck that. I'm going to go to my neighbors and just steal some fucking dirt.
I'm just going to dig under their
you look out
fence.
your fucking window. Like, you're in the bathroom taking a shit. You look out the window and you see your neighbor walking with a wheelbarrow. Like, And then you're getting close to my house. You finish up, you look out, and there's your neighbor just putting dirt in the wheelbarrow. And you go, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I need dirt, so yeah, I'm just going to take yours.
I'm just going to dig it from under the fence.
Go take my dirt.
So, 6, this one says no time. So, watch my across the street neighbor cut his 3/4 acre lawn.
Thank you, sir. Have fun at your birthday party. Sorry, Mr. L says he's leaving. So.
Oh, later, Mr. L. So, this guy cut his whole lawn with an electric weed whacker because he didn't have time to drive a mile to gas for his lawnmower.
That's not.
You don't have time to get gas for your lawnmower.
I mean, it's
so
stupid.
you can use a weed whacker
No.
to do your whole
I
lawn.
agree. It's stupid logic. You could have gone to get the gas and filled it up by the time and mowed the lawn probably before you got done weed
Way
whacking.
before.
But I mean, at the end of the day, how's that really fucking affecting you? Either way, you're going to hear a machine on.
Really, it's just like a dumb neighbor thing to do.
That's a dumb neighbor
That's what
thing.
this
But
is.
I mean, I'm looking at the other things, how they're inconveniences. That to me is like, my neighbor's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's. So the last one I've got here is my constantly drunk neighbor came up with a brilliant idea that he could collect the leaves in the stone parking lot with his snowblower. He duct taped a plastic garbage bag over the discharge chute, and off he goes. It actually inflated the bag for a few moments until the stones started flying. He broke 3 windows on his garage door and slattered a bunch of cars in the lot. Shit my britches laughing. I could write a book about all the stupid shit I saw him do.
We should do it.
Yeah, it's time for us to go to do some, havoc. All right, so from there, we're going to do some game news here. There's a couple of things that we've got, and let me just bring these up so that way they're up and ready to go, and then we'll do our taste testing for the week.
For the week.
One of these stories is definitely for me, but so
Apple, speaking of that real quick,
yeah.
Sorry. Maybe I said this last night. I don't remember. I looked at my email and I got chose to do the
you did. You told me about
iOS. Yeah. So I haven't tried it yet. So I'm going to get a controller and
you need to get one of those little like mount things.
Yeah. But I'm probably when we get done here, I got to do a couple quick errand things and then I'm going to try it just to try it.
To see what it's like.
I got the beta for it, so might as well.
Might as well. So, you know that the Apple and Epic store is still going on. The battle is raging between the two of them, right? Right? Because Epic is suing
I forgot
Apple,
about that.
so
But
Apple does the whole thing and drops their 30%, so that way, blah, 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 blah. But Apple is trying really hard to get Epic to admit that there's actually porn on its store. Because, PC games, there's a lot of, like, lewd stuff that gets put on there. So, basically, they're saying, at least from this article, they're going on, it's easy yes or no whether it's doing it. But Apple, the court case has showed it that it's actually possible to have a nearly 10-minute argument of whether or not there is porn in your online store. And so it began as a part of a series of inquiries in which Apple's lawyer were attempting to establish Epic's quality control process or the lack thereof. So basically what it's come down to is Apple's just attacking them saying, look, yes, our stuff is a little more locked down and maybe it's, they're trying to say, well, the reason that we're doing that is because it doesn't become a wild west of software and so that kids have easy access to porn. Don't you guys have porn on your store? Don't you guys have porn on your store? And Epic is just dancing around it.
But
they kind of do.
But okay. But what Epic should just do is make a separate app for those games, and you have to put in your age to be able to download it. Now, you can easily lie as a kid. I always thought about that. But once again, you put hey, you have to be 18. If you're clicking this and you're saying you're 18, that's not on us.
Well, I mean, Steam has it already, right? Same thing.
I just started using Steam, so.
Oh, well.
I mean, show me where those games are. Hey, now.
They're out there. You're an all-star. Speaking of Smash Mouth. So, Capcom is celebrating Resident Evil Village's launch by drawing a giant hillside lichen. And you can see the picture right there. And so they drew it out there, terrifying fans today in the UK. This is the issue I have with the way they're doing Resident Evil right now. Uh-huh. I'm having fun. Once I got past that part, I was having issue with in Resident Evil
7. Was it Biohazard or whatever? Yeah. Now that I've got
confusing. So I think in Japan it's called Biohazard Resident Evil.
Okay, well we'll just say 7.
Yes.
So with Resident Evil 7 is like, am I having fun with the game? Yes. Once I finally got past that part, I was having issues with. I'm going through the game. I've already gone through a couple bosses. I wish there was different kind of enemies otherwise than the fake ass symbiotes. That's what I call them. Wannabe symbiotes. But the issue I have is it's not Resident Evil. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Okay, Resident Evil start off with zombies, then they move to the Los Plagas, the whole thing, and Resident Evil 4, and like if they stuck with that kind of stuff, cool. This to me is more, also because they put it in the first person mode, and they just changed changed a lot of stuff. To me, this is a good horror game that's trying to be like Outlast, and a Resident Evil game and a Silent Hill game all in once. And they're putting all this stuff, like trying to mix it in there. To me, it should have been in its own game, separate from Resident Evil. Like now, look at now in this new one. Now all of a sudden, there's supposed to be vampires and werewolves. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, but they've kind of been a part of it for a while, here or there. Like the thing is, too, you started with 4, right?
No, I started with 1.
Oh, I thought you said you started with 4 and then went back.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, okay. For some reason, maybe it was somebody else I was talking to. I started with Resident Evil 4, so maybe that's why I'm a little more inclined to these ones than the other. I'm like, but
no, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 are my favorite all-time Resident
Evils. Well, from what I hear about the newest one is that it's more like 4 than anything else, but still in first person.
But which is...
But 4 is kind of first person anyway because it's third person.
But I don't mind the third person. But like I'm saying, you always you had control of the character, you can see the character, you can do it like that. I don't mind that. I like that system, and that's what that was. Mm-hmm. Same thing with, like, say, Silent Hill, right? That's how that game is. When they made Shattered Memories, it was all first person. It was like, and they were trying to do it with all the motion. When all the motion stuff came out. That was a Wii
game, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that's my point, though. It's like, that's why it never felt like a Silent Hill game to me. I just don't like when they start changing things. And then, like I said, like, you go from zombies and these chemicals, viruses that are changing people, and people are trying to do it to advance themselves. And now all of a sudden there's vampires and werewolves, and next Van Helsing's going to show up. And
oh, fuck, and then a couch is going to kill somebody.
Yeah, a couch is going to kill some random person. And,
they said
he's going to find a grave digger, and he's going to say, who are you digging that for? Oh, for you,
oh, God.
The whole Van Helsing. And then,
it's funny
and then
because
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are going to show up. And it's like, where all this is coming from? This isn't the Resident Evil I grew up on. Now, I get it. They're evolving, and they can't do the same thing all the time. But, like, just the fact that it's about a virus that turns people into things. Now, all of a sudden, there's a vampire and lichens, and it's like, this is a good game. Like, I admit it. Like, I didn't like it at first. I started liking it more, and once I got past that part, I'm really enjoying the game, and I'm trying to get through it so I can get to Village. Mm-hmm. I never finished 6. That game is a piece of shit.
A lot of people
you can't.
Feel the same
it's like almost
way.
You can't. So,
they decided to go way too heavy into the action stuff. Like, five was like leaning a little more action heavy than it was. Required you to do basically co-op for the most of it. Like, you could do it without, but it really enhanced it doing co-op. That was also during the time of like Dead Space 3, where Dead Space 3 wasn't a fucking horror game either.
Yeah.
That's just an action game. Like, what's that one game, Lost Planet?
Yeah.
You ever play that one?
Oh, yeah. The first one was great. And then all of a sudden, it's like this open world.
Well, the second one turned into like a Monster Hunter time game where it wasn't like there was no story. There was just, and actually, funny enough, I was really good at the multiplayer for the first Lost Planet. Like, I loved playing that multiplayer.
That's actually a game I wouldn't mind playing again. It was Lost Planet. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, it could have been a great series on its own.
Yeah.
Like, it called something else and have its own stories. But to me, it's not Resident Evil. Where's the resident part? Like, it all takes in towns. And like the problem I had with 6 was you want to add more action. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's not make it as the horror based side of it. But the problem with it is they throw all this stuff at you with like 2 bullets. And then, like I said, the part I got on, they have this big ass boomer looking bastard holding a bus. You can't escape until you shoot him in the face enough times, but you only have like 3 bullets. You run out of bullets, you can't get off the bus, you can't knife them, you have to use more bullets. What do you have to do? Oh, magically, zombies somehow jump into the freaking, shooting into through the little window of a bus. You have to stab them a couple times. Oh, they gave me health. Another one comes in. What? Oh, they gave me nothing. Oh, another one comes in. Ammo. 2 bullets. Okay, now I gotta wait another 20. I was on that part for damn near a half an hour waiting to get enough ammo to get past it.
That's
like,
terrible.
that kind of shit is stupid. And once I got past that, never played it again. I was like, I'm done with this. Done.
Just
Can't
deal with it. Well, there's 2 things. One of the ones I didn't bring up, but I read about, and I'll talk about this one just a second.
Of course,
it's
already a thing.
The first one is that Ada Wong was supposedly supposed to be a part of Village, but she got dropped. I won't say why because I read the article a little bit and said there were spoilers, but it's out there if you want to read it. It's I
won't because you know me.
But that's the one thing is that she was supposed to be a part. I stopped because I might actually play Village. I don't know yet.
Stream it.
So now, of course, that leads us to the second thing that Patrick just read on the screen, which is there's already a porn mod for PC. So there's a way so that you can have our lovely vampire vixen. You know what? I don't get it. I really don't. It's just that's just not me. I'm just like, wow, everybody's so excited about big titty woman
who's
person.
powerful and who's gonna dominate you. I mean, I don't want to be dominated.
You sound like you do. So yeah, this
I
goes
get it
along
though.
with
I definitely get
Rule
it.
34.
Rule 34.
Rule 34 across thing, and there's that Returnal game that you got from Johnny.
Yep, I got to download that actually probably this afternoon.
But yeah, somebody's already made basically a nude mod, so that because she plays supposedly like Mr. X, I think what people are saying, and so now she follows you around naked.
Nice.
So if you're on PC, go for it.
I might have to get it for the PC.
All right, so
just
the next
go to Pornhub in about a week, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a bunch of videos.
Almost wish we got to this one before Mr. L left, but Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to at least the Yuffie mod that's coming on, Yuffie expansion is going to be exclusive. It sounds like till December, but then they're going to release Final Fantasy VII Remake across all platforms, is what it sounds like. So you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X and PC and stuff like that, which would be cool for the people that have never experienced Final Fantasy VII before, at least the remake. The remake's a lot of fun. I have to download this because, I am a huge Final Fantasy VII nerd. But this supposedly is actually give you, towards the end of it, it's going to link directly into Part 2. I guess yesterday they had a big thing where they showed some new trailer for this version, and they showed... or they were going to talk about Part 2 of the remake, which takes place right after this part.
I thought that was just the remake came out and that was it.
No, it's 3 discs, the original version, right? Yeah. And so the first part they've always said is just going to be Midgard, which is the first city. So in the game-wise, it's like the first 20 minutes of the game. They expanded to 30 hours. And they did a good job without a whole lot of filler or anything like that. Some of the quests were kind of but for the most part, they did a really good job. And they did a good job doing some scenes from the original game, like redoing them, and it's beautiful. It's really a lot of fun. This is... There's 2 characters in the original, and this is not a spoiler, but 2 characters that are secret characters that you could get. Yuffie and Vincent, right? You can choose to get them.
Vincent from Devil May Cry?
No, not Vincent from Devil May Cry, though maybe he was, spawned from him. But you can choose to ignore both characters. Mm-hmm. But they do add quite a bit of backstory to certain things, because there's a war with another faction, and she's a part of that faction, and you learn more about the war that happened before. And then Vincent was involved as one of the scientists with Sephiroth and all blah 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 blah. But nonetheless, so this is taking the Yuffie character, and instead of her being somebody that you find, you actually get to take control of her, and I think that leads you to meeting up with Cloud and the gang.
So basically,
and then she becomes a part.
What she was doing prior to when
While they were doing shit inside Midgard is what this expansion is. But this is the way they changed a little bit of the battle system. They've added a couple things, a new summon, and then you get to go and I don't know what happens at the end of it, but I'm looking forward to it. And then you get to go to actually Fort Condor is a place you get to go in this as well.
When are they actually coming out with a new Final Fantasy game?
That is, I think, either end of this year or early next year. Final Fantasy 16 is coming out, which will be a PS5 exclusive to begin. So, because Sony and Square Enix have always been in really tightly ever since Final Fantasy 7. Like Sony has funded a ton of their shit.
Well, I mean, look at Kingdom Hearts was originally on.
Yeah, exactly.
3 was the first one that came out.
Exactly, and then I think after 3 was released, they released the collection and everything to that. So I'm looking forward to this. I actually have to watch the new trailer when I get a chance because I really want to see how this one goes. And I'm just looking forward to it. So next on the list, Gearbox CEO is hinting at new Borderlands projects. So it's funny that we've started playing Borderlands 2 and all of a sudden they're already talking about more Borderlands. Though I'd like to pick up 3 maybe after we.
Well, that was the whole thing about trying to get through 2 and then jumping on 3.
And jumping on 3 afterwards, which will be fine. But yeah, so the CEO let out a tweet saying. Randy Pitchford said, I'm told rumors that Gearbox is assisting or co-developing another Borderlands game or a new spin-off game. These rumors are not accurate. Gearbox is lead dev of any future games in Borderlands. And then he says, nope, we were definitely working on some amazing stuff that I hope will surprise and delight you. Plug, if anyone out there has skills to pay bills and wants to get on some Borderlands action, we're working on the big one. And so he put up a link to gearbox.com/careers, gearboxsoftware.com/careers. So who knows what this is? Is this Borderlands 4? Is it another like pre-sequel kind of game? I don't think it's going to be that. I know I didn't say pre-sequel right. But and it was weird. I know a lot of people don't like that one, but
I didn't play it. I didn't finish the second one.
But you can play as like I said, Handsome Jack and those guys too, or whatever.
I thought the guns. That's the whole thing about Borderlands. In the first one, I was able to play through that whole. I played through that whole game by myself. It probably would have been funner to play with some people, but I got on the game a little bit late, and I went through that whole game by myself, and it was fun. Mm-hmm. This one I tried doing. I'm like, this sucks.
Really?
Like, I don't mind that they try to make it a little bit harder with them dodging and stuff. Fine, but the guns, I don't feel like the guns are that great that I have. And then it's like, where do you go to get better guns? I'm almost level 20 now, and I still can't find guns that are about that level. Like, I still have older guns.
A lot of it comes with the shift code stuff, and I think
that's stupid to me.
I think that playing through by yourself gets you better guns than multiplayer. And the problem that I think we run into is that everything, like, I'm focused on the fighting than the looting, but the people that we're playing with are focused on the looting sometimes more than the fighting.
No. Well, but either
we're
way,
all trying to help each other.
Either way, though, like
time.
when like I said, I was playing by myself, like I just couldn't find. I don't know. Like, I didn't have that issue in the first one. I never had.
With the second one, and I didn't go.
The only time I had problems in the first one was when I started leveling up, and I had guns that I liked, and they were too weak. So then I had to upgrade. Okay, let me upgrade these, and then it was right back into the fight. Mm-hmm. No problems. This one, we have all these guns. They could do all these things, but they suck.
See,
they do nothing. I had a shotgun in the first one. It had like a huge clip. It was great. Boom, boom, boom. This one, oh.
But I think the other thing is that, and I don't know, like I said, I didn't play the first Borderlands at all, but the second one seems to be relied a little more on your skill tree rather than the guns that you get.
Well, that's the other thing. Even though, like, I feel like it takes so much to be able to get those points to up your skill tree. Mm-hmm. We're already at level 20. I think we're getting close to being halfway through the game or so. And I
think so.
We haven't got enough points to fill out the skill tree. They want you to replay it again.
No, but once you hit 20, I think you get 2 per level after that.
Well, I don't know. I'm having fun.
Because I know that my Siren, that's 27, like, she's pretty far down the list. But it takes to level 5 to get 1, your very first skill. in Borderlands 2.
Stupid.
And I think at some point you start getting 2, and at some point you start getting 3. And then also your class mods, as long as you put a point to it, they'll boost those skills as well.
Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm having fun when we're playing it. So don't get me wrong. I don't like the change they made on that part of it.
I get it. I totally get it.
And that's why I quit playing it.
Well, we may go into Borderlands 3, and hopefully that problem has changed, even though I hear that the story is not as good as 2.
Yeah, as long as the guns are good.
I play for the story. So last thing just for me, really, Wizards is doing some stuff this summer. They're calling it the Summer of Legend. They're doing a D&D set for Magic the Gathering, which
cool.
looks a lot of cool. And I like the way that some of the... Well, yeah, the set, like the style of the cards look really cool.
That looks like, what's it called, from Doom?
Oh, yeah. I think Beholders are... the Cacodemon is based on Beholders from D&D, so that would make sense. But yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff. Though I noticed that they put out a lot more cards. There's a couple things coming up that they're doing, but the D&D influences are really cool because they're taking actual cards from the Forgotten Realms or actual like things and turning them into cards and making them work in the Magic way. So like that one that's Power Word Kill, that's actually a spell, and it says that it doesn't target certain types of creatures because it doesn't work on those in D&D.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how this goes. But so that's it for the news. And so the last thing that we got is what Patrick's got over there. What do you got there, Patrick?
So my wife's job for Cinco de Mayo sent her a bunch of different candies, Mexican candies.
Are we breaking apart the piñata? We're gonna
No, Crystal wants to keep that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's anything in it anyways.
Yeah. Well, as long as people don't think that this is like a Fortnite thing.
No. Fuck no. I'd rather have them think it was, the A's are up 3-0. I'd rather have them think it was a, what's that show? Or that game?
Via Piñata?
Yeah, here, we'll put this right here for right now.
You're blocking Beetlejuice, man.
Yeah, well, it'd be like that.
Yeah, well.
I can block Brain if you want. There. So, all right, so...
who would love this, too, is Kat. She loves herself. Did I send you the TikTok with a guy talking about Mexican candy in general? Where he was like, Mexicans don't know what candy is because everything's hot.
What?
He's like, it's supposed to taste like mango, and it does. Then all of a sudden, it tastes like fire.
So... So we got this here. I'll give this. I guess we'll just split it. We don't have to open up the whole thing.
Bubba Lubba.
I'll say Lubo.
Bubba Lubo? Yes, Lubo. I think I've had that before, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like a chocolate with a nougat and strawberry, so...
Yeah, I mean, chocolate-covered strawberries are always pretty good, right? In general. It almost looks like it's like a Charleston chew. Like in the way that it's done.
Yeah. So,
like
there's marshmallow.
Try not to chew on mic.
That's pretty good with the strawberry.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not a big fan of that chocolate, but the strawberry and marshmallow are really good. I think I have had it before. We should have brought water.
I did mention that earlier. Okay.
Well, I didn't think I would be done out of this thing. Have you had this one before? The gold version?
Yeah. I was trying to look at the label, but you're giving me the...
Well, I'm trying not to show the label on camera if I can avoid it.
Okay, so we got a sucker. Oh, it has a turkey on it. Can you read that? Oh, I find the other one.
It's a chicken, and it's pollito asado. So it's basically chicken asado. If it's supposed to be. It's actually, too, I mean, we could bring this up a little bit. You can kind of see it. It looks like a chicken itself, if you look at it on the inside.
Oh, yeah. All right. So.
All right. Well, I guess
I'm going to go with a sucker.
It kind of tastes like,
I don't have a taste.
COVID. I've definitely got chili. Like the chili pepper is on this side. A little sweet. I mean,
Has like a
it's okay.
mango taste to it.
I don't know if I'd say mango, but I'm definitely getting the like a cat likes to use this like pepper stuff or with seasoning
chili.
or whatever it is. Yeah, it's probably what it's just like dried chili.
Put that back in the bag. All right, what else we got here?
It's interesting.
It definitely is. Okay.
Put mine over there. What we got here? Oh, those are the little dipping things.
Yeah.
I've had those before. These are okay.
I don't know if we have anything to
We actually get these on the regular, the Duvalin. So it's just basically chocolate and vanilla mixed together.
Okay.
And these ones are pretty good. Cat actually likes these a lot. We'll get them every once in a while. But opening this seems to be a pain in the ass. They usually give you like a little plastic stick.
I'm just going to pop it like a Jell-O popper.
Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot.
That's pretty good.
If I could get the damn plastic open, look at me struggling back here. Just get a little bit of chocolate and vanilla. I'm just going to use my finger.
Yeah, fuck it. I was using my tongue, but...
Yeah, see, these ones are pretty
They're
good.
pretty good.
The chocolate's really good. It has a really good flavor to it. Not sharing the sucker. No, we're not.
Who said that? Crystal?
It's Crystal. Bring it home and wants to try it. So she wants to try the chicken one.
Yeah, I got it back in the
thing.
in the bag.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm actually going to save this a little bit for later.
For later?
For later.
Yeah, let's see if I can find the... Oh, there it is.
Okay, I've had these before as well. I don't remember what
De La
they
Rosa.
are exactly.
What we should have had was Crystal over here trying to do Spanish.
Oh.
This is like crumbly.
De La Rosa Mazapan. Original. Yeah, this is all falling apart. Just like my life. That's right, it's like peanut butter.
It is. That's good.
It is dry as a motherfucker.
It's good, though.
Mm-hmm. These are like those things that you get that are like the brittle discs.
Yeah, but crumbly or...
Yeah, but this is really good. But I'm gonna need more to drink to get through this. I want the rest of that because it's so good. Okay. Those ones I probably won't do.
What's that?
No, the Duvalins are just the strawberry version. I saw these.
Yeah.
Ones. This is what my wife likes so much. These ones, they're just way too salty for me. I've never been able to stomach these.
All right, well, keep that for Kath then.
Yeah,
I'll try it.
I'll give. She'll take it. She'll love it.
What I'm gonna do is whatever's left over stuff, I'll take it home and Crystal can try what she wants to try. Let's see.
Because it's like you basically you squeeze
Trypophobia.
it. Oh, squeeze it and then eat it. You can bring that closer to the camera if you want, so I'm going to show people exactly what's happening there. There you go.
Ugh.
And then you just lick it.
No, that is really salty.
Yep.
That's like those 7-Up. What are they called?
I don't know.
Like the little pack. Look like they said like 7-Up on them, or 7 something, and they were like all salt.
Because she gets the shaker of this, and it's a little salt and lemon. Or lime, salt and lime. That's all it is. And she calls it candy. And she's I'm like, that's not candy. But then I had to realize, I'm like, wait, Mexicans, Peruvians, and everybody else that's Latin or South American all call candy something different.
Okay.
And so I know what that is.
This,
we can either split
milk
that.
candy wafer.
This is condensed milk with wafer. We could probably just split one.
Okay, let's
say one for Crystal. These ones I actually love getting. You can get them from the Mexican market up the street. They actually sell smaller discs, It's just condensed milk with a wafer on the outside. So it's basically caramel. These ones are delicious. Delicious. If I can speak right, they're delicious. I can't fucking say it.
Yeah, it's like caramel and sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just condensed milk around. It's probably the sugar getting to my brain. My diabetes killing me.
It's actually not
But
bad.
these are good. I always love these.
So, I know how these taste.
The little ones.
I kind of want to save these for later.
Yeah, you can save them.
But you've had these
I've
before.
had those before.
So basically, there's just the chile with the mango, and there's also
It's good.
the watermelon.
You have to get used to it. You have to be used to that flavor because the first time that you get it, it's disgusting. But as you suck on that, it tastes better and better.
Now that's where I wish Josh was here because he could give us the throw up emoji because I sent him a bunch of these. In fact, I gotta find that YouTube video and that shit was hella funny.
Shared on our Twitter. And I saw there were like some games and stuff. Well, thank you, Netflix, for a bunch of Mexican candies.
Want to separate those?
Oh, what is this? Is this just like a hot sauce?
Is this the same thing, just different colors?
So,
espresso. No.
I don't know what this is. You see these on these things like this.
All right.
Oh, this kind of scares me.
I bet you it's going to be something fruity.
It's probably something fruity and something spicy. It's probably tamarind. Tamarindo. Yep. It's tamarind.
It's good.
I love tamarind. With spice. Mine's a little spicy. I don't know about yours.
They're the same thing, so I could taste the chili, but maybe I got a little bit of higher tolerance.
Maybe. I'm pretty good. Cat's not so much.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
So these are the same, just in different colored wrappers.
I'll go with the pink one.
So
This is
cracks
called
me up here.
chocolate. So this just looks like it's marshmallow.
Marshmallow and chocolate.
Chocolate.
But like this loves me. This loves me. This makes me laugh. The the twist tie.
Oh, I know. Well,
We're simple in Latino.
Latin American countries. Oh, there went that. Ooh, mine is falling apart and chocolate I just vacuumed this floor.
That's pretty good. Just marshmallow and chocolate.
Yep, it's pretty plain.
And that's pretty much it. Everything else is, like I said, the suckers I want to keep. But there's something I saw in here, and I fucking loved because I haven't seen him in forever.
Where can I do the do?
And you gotta cut the video and put this up by itself.
Oh,
I haven't seen these in forever.
what are those? Oh,
Chiclets.
chiclets.
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Chiclet.
This is gum.
This tastes exactly like the marshmallow hearts that you get for like Valentine's Day or some shit like that.
Yep. So that's Mexican candy box. There's like some what's this other thing in here?
Yes, Crystal. Netflix needs to sponsor the podcast. Give us some more things to
cards.
try.
Like some kind of game.
There's some Mexican playing cards in there? Or are they tarot cards?
Don Clemente. Established 1887. It looks like some kind of game. Or it's like a way to teach you Spanish. I don't know.
I know, but there's the devil up there, isn't that?
El Diablo. So I thought that was kind of fun. Crystal was like, I'm not going to really eat those. So
I'm not
like,
going to eat this shit.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'll bring it to tell. It'd be like that and give us something to do.
Well, that's some pretty good food.
And just a heads up, I will have something trivia for you.
Crystal's friend says it's a game.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I
think it's a game.
It still looks like tarot cards to me, but if you think playing with the devil's a game, I guess then it's a fucking game.
But no. So you want me to come up with some trivia? I will have some trivia for you on the next podcast.
Music,
between going out of state, and everything.
Oh, yeah. I figured I got to finish that one later, but I need some more to drink. My throat is like suddenly super dry.
Agua or cerveza.
Agua frescas, please. Where's some more chata when you need some?
Some Mexican coca.
So, all right. Well, that's it for this episode of the podcast. So, for those listening here this week, full video will be up. This will be put up on the YouTube channel, but it hangs out on Twitch. So, if you want to watch us, see the stuff that we're doing, you can always go check us out there. But if people want to follow the podcast, Patrick.
Jesus Christ.
I almost said the podcast, Patrick. Where can they follow us on Twitter?
At IBLT Podcast.
Email.
IBLTpodcast@gmail.com.
Instagram.
IBLT Podcast.
And then on YouTube.
It Be Like That Podcast.
And then twitch.tv/IBLT Podcast.
You got to add that in there.
Yeah, that's normally in the notes. I think I put it last time, but I didn't copy it over. Weird. And then, of course, if you're watching this and you missed a part of it and you want to go back and you just want to listen to it, we're available on podcasts such as Stitcher,
Apple Podcasts,
Spreaker,
Blueberry,
Facebook,
Google Play,
Pandora,
Spotify,
Deezer,
Java Hut.
Java Hut.
What's it called?
Javasan or something like that. I can never say that fucking platform right.
Yep.
But yeah, basically wherever you can find your podcast, you can find this podcast out there. And like I said, video is always available too.
You can always go check us out at the slightly irregular podcast at sipnet.us, where you can also find a bunch of other podcasts between motivational speaking, movies, reviews, podcast interviews.
From the World Back in Time podcast, Dead Hand Radio with interviews.
I was just going through what you can find there. But
I was just going to say what you can find there and give you examples.
Yeah.
And then Paranormal.
Pativity
and as well as lists.
Top list from Fab 5
fans.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Over there, and happy birthday, Jamie. He just had a birthday yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Jamie, happy birthday.
So, and then Patrick, you're available on Twitter somewhere out there.
At Big Solo 64.
Out where the is fun. And you're available on YouTube.
Solus 64.
Twitch.
Solus_64.
Why do you got the underscore in there?
Because someone already had Solus 64.
Those bastards.
I think
you got Twittered.
I almost wonder if it was something I started and then never finished and then don't have that information.
What if you forgot password?
Yeah, I guess I could try.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got a blog?
Yeah, PatrickSthoughts64.blogspot.com, which I do need to get back into writing again.
Okay, and then you've got like 5 podcasts that you're doing.
Well, we'll just do this. I got a weight loss podcast, which is Chafing the Dream podcast, which Kyle's probably going to yell at me for eating all this candy on this podcast.
We barely eat any, Kyle.
Yeah. But it's a weight loss podcast. You can find us at sipnet.us. I'll just make this simple. You can find it at SipNet. All these podcasts you can find at sip.us. Go there and you can find all the media information, or contact me directly and I will send it to you. But we'll make this simple.
US.
Chafing the Dream podcast, a weight loss podcast. Let me show you something podcast.
Let me show you something.
Sorry. Which is a podcast I do with my wife about movies that she has never seen or I've never seen. We watch the movie and then we talk about it. We don't do a full review with clips and everything, but we just discuss the movie. And we have our first episode is out besides our intro, and the first episode was on The Karate Kid. The next episode will be on The Karate Kid 2.
Part 2.
So
you're going to do like a series if it's a series of movies?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, like if we can just run through the movies and then go on to the next. We don't have to do every series. Mm-hmm. But like for example, she's Halloween.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
No, Leprechaun.
Wow.
I've seen
that is way different than
I know.
Halloween movies.
Leprechaun. I've seen the movies, right? I've never seen the fourth one.
You've never seen Leprechaun in space?
I've never seen Leprechaun in
They're
space.
leprechauns in space.
Just like, for
Stealing
example,
the gold from everyone in the human race.
just like I've seen like Hellraiser, but I've never seen the fourth one where they are
Was it Bloodlines?
in space.
So everybody goes into fucking space in like old 90s horror movies, man. As we get into the 2000s, we don't know where to fucking go. How about space?
Hey, can I give credit to Freddy, Michael Myers, and
Freddy
Chucky?
didn't go. Chucky's probably gone on his way.
They never been to space.
No,
you know what it is? Jason. They saw how great Jason X was, and they're like, we can't compete with that.
Sure, they did. Soon we're
Jason
gonna have
X is a good
Gremlins
movie
in
for what it
space.
is.
Oh wait, that's called Critters.
It's called Critters. But anyways, yes, you can find all that stuff
Up there.
You can also find the Paranormal Pativity podcast, my main podcast, besides this one.
About to say.
Everything supernatural and paranormal, aliens, stuff like that. I just had my last episode drop about Are We Alone? It's a little bit about some aliens, so go check that out.
And the answer's no.
Brian, you have a Twitter, god damn it.
Yeah, it's toolbert. Oh no, it's toolbert with zeros instead of O's. I'm not gonna get back into my creepy 35-year-old guy pretending to be a teenager in a horror movie in the 2000s persona once again.
I still got to finish that episode. I think I'm almost done with it. I'm at where, what's her face just died, and you were pissed off that she just walked the whole
Penelope?
roof. Yeah,
She just did the. Oh god. Okay, it's truth or dare. I'm sorry, it's a spoiler for my own podcast and for the other thing. Bitch has to walk around a roof, drinking a whole bottle of vodka. Gets around the roof, survives, and in the next big scene, like 5 minutes later, fucking gets killed for dumb fucking reasons. I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
It's like, kill somebody else.
Yep. So, anyways, yeah, you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's Toolbert. Yeah, there's two. It's Toolbert and Terrible Terror podcast. We're on Terrible Terror. I'm really trying to make it a weekly thing, so we've got a bunch of content up on there. Toolbert, it'll get back to kind of normal as concerts come in, because that's where I throw all the music footage I do, and we didn't even talk about Aftershock this episode, so next episode we'll probably mention it a little bit.
We should do that with try to have Ben on.
Yeah, do a whole thing with him, because we could.
I would say Angela, but he would just go, "Yup,
Yep.
yup,
Yep.
yup,
Yep.
uh-huh."
Yep. But nonetheless, yeah. So when more shows come back, there'll be more videos on that channel. But I'm trying to at least. I know it's the end of it.
I swear we haven't been drinking.
I just need something to drink. Honestly, my mouth is so dry from that peanut butter thing that I just need something in my mouth. My mouth.
You need something
that
in
is
your mouth,
water.
huh?
But so on Terrible Terror, trying to do a video once a week. Probably release a Monday, Sunday. And this week, I think it's going to be, because last week was Demon Slayer. I went and saw that movie, which then I found out that Ben would have gone and saw it with me, because he's been watching that show. I just didn't know anybody that watches that show.
Yeah.
And you really need to watch the show to get a better feeling.
I'll have to check it out. Is it on?
It's on Crunchyroll, I think, if you have that, or I have a site that you can watch it at, where I've watched the whole thing.
Okay.
And
I'll say it's not on the Funimation one.
It might be on the Funimation one. I think Funimation and Crunchyroll became one.
Okay.
So it should
Angela
be on
has
there.
the Funimation one.
Yeah, so Demon Slayer on there.
I'll check it out.
The first season is 26 episodes, but they go by really quick. Like, I finished, I think, was it last weekend? Yeah, last Sunday in the morning, because that's why I went and saw it. I finished, like, the last 6 episodes, like, really quick.
What I need to do is just start... I need to download it on my phone and watch that. Like, when I'm in the morning
That's
getting
how I
ready
was
for work
doing
and
it.
taking a shit and stuff, I'm usually watching old abridged episodes over and over. So.
Yeah, you definitely... I know for you in particular, because you're not a big fan of subtitles, you need to go to Crunchyroll because the dubbed version's on there. And then I'm not a hater of people that watch dub or whatever the fuck. I just prefer the Japanese language and do that.
I'm going to give it to you straight. I don't read fast. I'm stupid. So it's what the hell just happened? I don't know what's going on.
That's the other thing about the theatrical release is that it was first. I think now they just released into theaters as dub, but the first 2 weeks were only subtitled. So, but yeah.
Well,
so
see, I love Attack on Titan, which I got to finish.
So do I.
Which was the season you on?
I'm still at the end of the first season.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same place.
Well, that's what was only available on Netflix. Yeah. Netflix lost the rest of it. It's like, season 2's coming out. Where's it coming out to? Well, it'll be on sometime. Oh, guess what? It's on Crunchyroll or Funimation, one of those two. That's where it's at now. So I don't have one of those, so I need to go watch it. But nonetheless, I was saying, so yeah, Terrible Terror Podcast YouTube channel will have a bag opening thing this weekend with a special guest who lives in this house. But yeah, so that's that.
Zach?
No. Ace.
Ace? Okay. Oh, yeah, do you have another podcast?
Yep, Terrible Terror Podcast. This time I'm doing, I think it's called Abattoir, or Abattoir. I don't know. It's TOIR, so I think it's a Canadian movie, so I want to say it's called Abattoir. It's a fan request movie from somebody on YouTube, and I'm still doing fan requests, so if somebody...
Oh, well, then I'm going to send you one.
Yeah, just DM me or send me one via Twitter. You can go in that thread.
I know your number.
So with that all being said, we're going to say goodbye to everybody out there in Twitch land. Is there anything else that you want to say to the Twitch people?
I got to take a shit.
He's got to take a shit. We'll see you guys next time in 2 weeks. So, bye, guys.